Okay, so we all know about the dangers of leaving your belongings in plain view in your car while out shopping, but do you know what to do if you're approached in the parking lot? Cander is a self-defense expert. She's going to show us some moves to help get you out of a sticky situation. John Donnelly is going to be our mean attacker this morning. Good morning to you. Take it easy on us, okay? All right. First of all, I want to talk to you, though, about prevention. So in a perfect situation, we don't have to ever face this awful attacker over here, but let's talk about prevention first.
So this is a really busy time of year. People are out shopping. They're easily distracted. They're going to and from stores, entering their cars in the parking lot, and this is actually a prime opportunity for an attacker. They can lie in wait easily. Women especially are busy and distracted, and so one of the most important things to do in order to prevent something from actually happening is to be very aware of your surroundings. And I don't mean just being aware of the other cars and everything else, but I mean being aware of how you appear to a potential attacker. While you're out shopping for holiday gifts, attackers are shopping for timid victims.
Okay.
So they're not looking for an individual, they're looking for a type. So being aware of how you might appear as you're walking into a parking lot laden down with bags. Are you wearing expensive clothes? Are you carrying an expensive bag? A lot of jewelry? Are you wearing high heels that would make it difficult to get out of a situation if you needed to do that?
Or if you're like me, you might have a shopping bag in one hand and you're texting with the other.
Exactly.
And not paying attention. I mean, how many people are unfortunately like me?
Exactly. And listening to music on earbuds so that you can't hear what's happening around you, or you've got your kids and a cart full of bags. So being able to walk through a parking lot knowing that you are making eye contact with anybody that's around, walking with purpose, holding your key in your hand ready to put it into the lock or the ignition, that makes you suddenly a little bit less desirable of a target.
Okay, worst case scenario, we bring in our friend John now. Okay, so you are in the parking lot and unfortunately you do look like the victim. So somebody approaches you and now what happens?
Okay, so if you've done everything that you can do and the prevention measures have failed and you are actually, someone is actually coming up, first thing that you want to do is try not to use physical force if you can avoid it. Use your voice. You want to be able to scream and state your position so that you're not actually having to encounter
John, we've always wanted to yell at you. Now it's time.
Now you have a reason.
I won't yell now, but I do want people to know I'm going to show some defense attacks. It's better to stay out of trouble or to keep from getting into trouble in the first place. But the most important thing, if nobody remembers any of the moves that I teach, the most important thing to remember is that you can fight. You can scream, you can use anything at your disposal. It may not look like a choreographed kung fu movie, but whatever you have at your disposal, your keys, a cup of coffee, your strong voice, your fingernails, your knees, your elbows, anything that you can use. So even though I'm going to teach something, just do whatever it takes to stay safe.
Show us.
Okay, so if he were to approach me and say that I had I was trying to get my key into the car, and he were to come up beside me and grab my wrist. Very simply, I mean, the instinct would be to pull away, but in fact, I might want to come in and yank my hand away, breaking his grip. But then I have to do something so that I can ensure he's not going to try to grab me again. So I'm just going to palm strike to the face, throw an elbow, I could grab, I could knee him, and push, and then run the other way. That's something that I want everyone to remember. Practice even in your mind. Rehearse just getting away, but also making sure that you're creating some distance so that you can escape. Escape is your ultimate objective.
And remember your voice. Yeah, I'll try to get people's attention.
Absolutely. If there are people around, they will hear you. And an attacker is not going to likely continue if they know that you can identify them or that you're going to put up a strong fight.
All right.
Okay, so another likely opportunity would be if he were to come up behind me like this. Now, for the purposes of demonstration, I'm not going to actually hit him.
Yeah, please don't.
But what I would do is I would actually try to just lower my center of gravity and throw my arms up and push backward, just to break the grip. If I can't break the grip and he's holding on really tightly, I mean, what I have at my disposal are I can donkey kick him up into the groin, I can kick his shins, I can swat like this, I can throw elbows, I can scream, whatever it's going to take. Eventually he's going to loosen his grip, and then if I have the opportunity to do so, I'm going to counter with strikes to the eyes or the throat or the groin. Those are sensitive areas that bypass people's pain tolerance systems, even if he's very strong and tall.
Cander, excellent information. Thank you for being here. We hope that nobody at home ever has to go through any of this, but I hope it just empowers you to know that you have a way out just in case it does.
Pizza Hut has a new menu that can read your mind.